What's up, YouTube? MAB Investigates here. We're going to do a little roof cleaning. It has rained finally. Rained like hell last night. Had to move the MAB lab inside. So I will bring y'all with me. Let's see. Let's make that big. Let's make that big. Bam! All right, y'all. We're going to clean the damn gutters. Pressure washer. And some gloves. Had to move MAB lab inside last night or yesterday. Got my table set up on top of the trailer. I finished the inside of the fenders. They're all done. Time to do body work now. Look at that. All coated under there with bedline. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. I'll set up this pressure washer. Get up on the roof. Give me some gloves. This ain't gonna be no big thing. It's just gonna be some watch time for the Mapster. Need some hours. I think I got 200 and something. I don't know how many you need. It's a lot. It's way more than I got. I wonder if the tripod will sit up on the roof. Let's see. Yeah. That redwood shit got all the way over there from that tree right there. Look at all the shit on the roof. How to get the blower. It'll barely fucking sit on the roof. But if I put you on the peak, it'll probably work. All right. Well, let's get set up first. Or maybe I'll put you on the roof before I don't fall off this damn place. All right, we're up here. Let's see how bad it is. Okay, we got shit all over the roof. The Mapster redid his chimney, tuck pointed everything. I got new flashings around it because it started leaking. Got a new roof. Yeah. Yep. It's time. I put you guys on the damn chimney. All right, I'll be back. Whoa. All right, here we go. Start down that side. Get some gloves on. I'm gonna blow it off first, right? Why do I have two right gloves? Going on backwards. All right, here we go. Get more cordage. Okay, here we go. Ugh. Told you I was going to clean the damn gutters. Oh! Yeah, I forgot to turn the water on. Ah, I'll be back. Oh, I'm tired already. I just started. Where's the neighbor kids that could do this for an old dude? Huh? Where are they? There's one. One side's done. Time for the other side. I don't know if this hose will reach. Try it though. It's kind of cold. Kind of cold up here. Let's put you guys over here. You can see, huh? Good enough. Break time, huh? I don't want to get too tired and fall on my ass. I don't even have anybody watching, huh? Oh, let's look. Huh? There is some peeps in here. Mab is my friend, Marcia. Just pick at him. Oh, tired already. At least got a couple people. I'm dressed up like Dolly today. He said Mab's lying. He ain't gonna do the roof. Well, I'm doing the roof, son. I'm doing the roof. All right, let's get back at it. Which way do you guys want to be over there? Yeah, about right there is good. I need no damn glove. Who needs gloves? Actually, I gotta start over here because the outlets downspouts over the other way. What the fucking water sitting in here? That's weird. There's a bunch of water sitting on this side. It's supposed to be like that. Guess the house ain't level. Jack this side up. Now it's starting to drain. Bam! All right. Go to the last part, the last portion. I make quick work of this kind of shit, man. Ain't no fucking around. Saying? Okay. All right. Let's blow this bitch off. Bam! Done. This part is where everything usually gets stuck under here. Moss and shit starts growing in there. But I just had the roof done like last summer, 6 months ago. Fucking $26,000. Matt being debt. Had the other roof done too, the one at my other property. That was 36 grand. Maybe someday we'll break even on this shit. Someday. Ooh, worked up a little bit of a sweat down here. What in the hell is this? Ugh. What do you think about all these rioters, you guys? Bunch of fucking idiots in costumes. Oh, that's so good. Holy mackerel. You can get us a good scene of the Mabster's property. The orange tree is taller than I am on this roof. That's how tall that bitch is. Look at that. I own up to that fence right there. Here's my place where I'm going to put a trailer. The MAB Lab Studio is going to be up there above that water tank. I already got the deck built. Now I just got to build the building. And then I'm going to put another building where that slab is to the left of the garage. I'm supposed to be landscaping both the front and the back. Haven't gotten to that part yet. It's coming though. All right, let's get this over with. Let's get this over with. One more step and you're dead. Gutter's over here. Gutter's on that side. I mean, the downspouts on that side. No, fine. See if I can get my water down here. Hello. All right. Here it was. Maps Gangsta freaking gutter cleaning service. Ow. Look what I did with the wire wheel yesterday. Ouch. Ouch. Don't try to be mad at home. You will probably die. That's it. It's just that fast, man. Half hour, something like that. I don't know. Wasn't too bad. Gonna have to take a little break here. most dangerous part. Ugh. Bam. Done with the freaking, whatever, gutters. Scraped up my leg a little bit, scooting across that damn asphalt. Whew. Ah. Ah. Yeah, it was raining here yesterday. I'm like, oh my God, the trailers are going to get rusted because it's outside. So I shoved it in here as far as I could. And I couldn't work anywhere, so I put the wood behind the table and made a workstation right there. Worked all day on that. Got the bottom of the fenders all done. Got all the dents mostly pounded out. So now I'm ready to do the outsides. And then I think I'm going to flip that trailer upside down with my tractor. Just work on it upside down because no fenders on it's not going to hurt nothing. So we will probably be flipping the tractor today with the old Bumblebee. See, the old Bumblebee, the good old Bumblebee. She's a wonderful tractor. 1990 something, 5575 John Deere, hydrostatic. It's got radiator that you can pull out and clean out and stuff. Got a little Yanmar 3-cylinder diesel in her. She's all clean, runs good. Except I blew a hose over here and look, I got to pressure wash it because it's got grease and dirt all over it. 6/17/25 changed all filters. I'm about ready for some oil, I think. Love that thing. I've done so much with that. I built a road up there. I built that whole retaining wall up there. This was just one hillside. I built a road up here. And then I built a road down all around and put up all these retaining walls. That tractor probably saved me 150 grand or something. It only cost me 12. It's the old road, used to be pure base rock. Looks like a field now. Probably couldn't get up if I wanted to. There's my artesian spring for the backyard up there. Oh shit. I didn't even realize I had a garage that has gutters. Oh God, I just stepped in dog shit. No, no, no. Say it ain't so. Nasty, this dog. It's brand new too. Brand new. Brand new pile of shit right in my way. I'm gonna beat that dog. I'm gonna get a shock collar like Hassan. Shock the piss out of that dog. I used a shock collar exactly one time. I was gonna train my white lab, but first time I hit her with it, she jumped like 3 feet in the air. I said, I ain't doing that to a dog. Ugh. Excuse me. That one just in case. That water is before the what you call pressure valve. So I have like 100 pounds pressure on that hose. Oh, the ladder. Oh yeah, the other garage. I'm gonna take a look up there, but there's nothing up there. I don't see how anything could get in them gutters because there's no trees over there. We'll look just in case. We don't even need a ladder. We just walk up there. Let me see. Oh yeah, there's some trees. I guess it could blow from those trees up there, but kind of doubt it. You gotta watch for dog bombs over here, though. Okay. This is a piece of cardboard to step on. Is hosing off, huh? Oh, I thought I was done with gutters. Yeah, they need cleaned, all right. I'll be damned. I'll be GD'd. Well, I ain't doing it right now because I'm tired. I'm coming in the house with you guys. Take a break. All right. I'm gonna leave y'all. Oh, go back cracking. What's cracking, Tony? Look at my back cracking. All right, I'm gonna grab the soda and my coffee. I'll see you inside. All right. Let's set you up for maybe some MAB LAB after I catch my breath. Huh? Ah, the trailer rebuild. Oh, ah, wow. Hey, Sheila. Hey, old man, you're sweating. It's cracking all right. Hate to be a 79. What had in my bottle? Vodka. No. Bush. Drinking Bush, man. No Bud Light. 12 people watching me doing nothing. Hey, Army Mom, good to see you. Angel Loader, Tiger the Tony, Marcia E. Who else? Marcia E. I got you. Victoria Burgess, what you doing? Deb Moondorf, one of my faves. You guys are all my faves. Yeah, I'm sweating a little bit. That's true. I'm drinking sodas that I make out of Soda Stream. So I make I'll probably show you pretty soon because I'm about to down this one. I don't drink while I'm working, so then I get to working too much. And I forget to drink, and then I cramp up at night. It's a radiator. It's a radiator and a carburetor. I'm a little fedora hat. That was kind of workout. I do believe I scraped up my leg a little bit. Want that hat? Send me your address, mabinvestigate@gmail.com, and it's yours. I'll even sign it on that little white tag in there. I don't wear hats much anymore, but I have a bunch of them because I wear them when I go to Florida. Because the sun is hot in Florida. Ain't so much here. Yeah, I stepped in a pile of your shit. Your shit. Why did you shit right in front of the gate? Huh? Why? Oh. He's a crotch rocket. Being a crotch rocket. Crotch rocket. He's touching me with his hair flies off. Too much hair, man. You're too big. You eat too much. Knock stuff off with your tail. I can just grab you and just pull hair off you. I have to swiffer every single day. And I have to make you food. Clean up your dog shit. And what have you done for me lately? Huh? What have you done for me lately? You love me even if I'm an idiot? Yeah? Hi. Want a treat? I want a treat, Daddy. Now he's looking at me like, come on, man. Hold on. Hold on. Oh. All right, sit. Sit. Whoa, whoa. About to bite my damn hand off. 9498 South Highway 25 West, Williamsburg, Kentucky, 40769. Hold on, let me write that down. Tony. 9498 South Highway 25 West. Williamsburg. Kentucky. 40769. I got it right there. Oh, you're in Kentucky too? Wait. What's popping off with these stupid protests anyway? I got another screen over here that has YouTube on it. How about Chicago? Chicago protest live. Major situation going on in Chicago. No spirit fingers today. Sorry. Major situation, major situation. Come on in, come on in. Major situation. Major situation. What do we want to do?
Hundreds marching through evening traffic with one goal and one voice.
No Trump, no ICE, no troops! No Trump, no ICE, no troops!
Concern continues to mount for many in the Chicago area, with the National Guard now ordered to protect federal agents from the intensified immigration enforcement under President Trump's orders.
It's just terrifying, and I myself, who can be targeted? I don't want to carry my passport around.
Idiot.
The demonstration started inside Congress Plaza Garden near Ida B. Wells and Michigan. Chicago Alderperson Jesse Fuentes speaking to the crowd just days after video shows Fuentes being briefly detained by federal agents as immigration officers were apparently seeking to make an arrest at Humboldt Park Hospital.
What we are seeing is an administration that is sending troops in to scare us into silence, to punish dissent, and we will not allow that here in the city of Chicago.
The rally was put on by the Coalition Against the Trump Agenda, or CATA, a collection of immigrant advocate groups.
Shut up. Bunch of idiots. What else is going on in Tube? Oh. Let's look at MAB investigates history. Oh no, wait. I got another video I wanted to show you guys. Let's pull that down. Let's unshare this. Kick from studio. What is it? History. We can snipe Dolly's stream. There he is. I'm sniping. What is this? Let's see. How about we unshare the screen and look at millions evacuate Texas. Let's share this screen for a second, and then I'm out after this. Start working on my trailer. You guys will be bored stiff. Share screen. I didn't share the screen. Stop screen. Share screen.
Happened. President Donald J. Trump, he just looked across the Resolute desk, pointed straight at Secretary of State Marco Rubio, and he said 3 words that sent Washington into full-blown panic: get it done. And what he ordered next is shaking the swamp to its core, because new CIA documents just declassified. They prove exactly what we were told was Russian disinformation for years. In fact, the Biden family was getting paid through Ukraine, and Obama's White House covered it up. That's right.
There's so much corruption in the last 2 administrations. It's crazy. Lawfare against Trump, full bore, ham bone against him.
Right, guys. And so
now they're crying because he's president.
Now President Trump has given Marco Rubio direct authority to expose every piece of it. And that's not all. In fact, this is only the tip of the iceberg. While the fake news scrambles to spin, President Trump, he just signed a new executive order that changes everything. Antifa is no longer just a domestic protest movement. In fact, it's being treated like a foreign-backed terror organization.
Yeah, they got Antifa in Paris, they got Antifa in Europe, they have all that shit. And they're getting funded from all different sources from other countries into these NGOs, who then give it to them. I think all them signs and all them costumes are bought by these losers living in the mom's basement. No.
Funding trails that lead straight through Europe, Hong Kong, and even beyond that. So today I want to go ahead and break it all down for you guys. The CIA leaks, the Biden money trail, the firing of a CCP spy right inside of our own government, guys. And President Trump's all-out order to take down Antifa, the deep state, and every player tied to this Ukraine cover-up. Because make no mistake, 2025 will go down as the month that the walls finally closed in.
Been waiting for this moment for 20 years, for my whole life.
Not on Trump, but on...
I didn't think I'd be alive to see somebody actually doing something about the freaking swamp-ass idiots.
Them. So stick with me, guys, because this one will shake Washington, D.C. to its knees.
This guy's name's Ron Yates, man. He's good. I just found him the other day, and he's got lots of good shit.
Hit the like button, subscribe. We got a lot to go into. So inside the Oval Office, the tension, it was thick enough to cut it with a knife. Let's be honest. Trump wasn't smiling. He wasn't tweeting. He wasn't rifing for the press. He was in full commander-in-chief mode. And so what came next? Well, 2 executive orders that may have actually brought the swamp into an absolute meltdown. So first, clean out foreign influence inside U.S. government agencies, starting with the Senate Department. The second, total transparency on the Biden-Ukraine intelligence files.
Uh-oh. Not good for Biden or Obama.
Now, it wasn't just about politics. No, this was about accountability.
Or Comey, or Big Booty Tish.
President Trump said enough is enough. The American people deserve the truth about what really happened between the Bidens, the Ukraine, and of course the intelligence community that protected them. And he picked Marco Rubio, now Secretary of State, to lead that charge. That's right, the same Marco Rubio who once sparred with Trump in 2016, now standing shoulder to shoulder with him to finish what the swamp never thought he would start. Because Marco Rubio's job...
That's what I'm talking about. Get her done.
It's not to negotiate, it's to expose. So by sunset that same day, aides said the word declassification was echoing through every hallway of Langley. And for the first time in years, the deep state was...
all that shit we lied about, marked as classified so nobody would ever see it. Uh-oh. Declassification. They're gonna go cray.
Was not in control of the leaks. Trump was. And so within just hours, the CIA's own vault cracked open. Newly declassified memos signed, time-stamped, and verified showed exactly what conservatives have warned about since day one. So you see, back in 2016, during the Obama years, top intelligence officials suppressed reports showing Ukrainian officials were begging Washington, D.C. to investigate the Biden's financial ties to Burisma. That's right, guys. They called it blatant corruption. They said Hunter's role was a political liability, but Obama's national security team buried it.
Obama's even on tape saying prosecutor. I got the prosecutor fired. You're not going to get money until the prosecutor's fired. See, that's totally illegal right there. And they just ignored it.
Why? Because Joe Biden was running point in Ukraine, and the optics would have killed their foreign policy narrative. So they couldn't let that happen. So what happened now is that these memos that just got leaked out by President Trump's administration prove it. Ukrainian reformers literally warned the U.S. that the Biden's involvement looked like a bribery pipeline. Drop a bribery down below if you believe that. Because instead of investigating, the White House told Intel analysts to stand down.
I got to pause every once in a while so I don't get shut down.
Now, many people believe that the Bidens were bribing folks left and right.
Biden was taking money from China, Ukraine, anybody who would give it to him.
So that they can line their pockets.
And Hillary, oh my God. We should all be in jail.
Now, in October 2025, those same files are out, and it's undeniable.
And it's not retribution, guys. If these guys get called to the table and they should get called to the table and should have to serve time for what they did to make an example out of them so that this shit doesn't happen in the future again.
Even Fox News.
They did it to Trump 1,000 times worse than they did it to him 1,000 times worse than he's done it to anybody.
Is calling it a clear case of intelligence politicization. And it's all thanks to one order. Trump to Rubio, unseal everything. Drop an unseal if you want more documents unsealed and exposed to the public. And if you want to see these criminals put behind bars, drop some prison time down below. And so this is...
Let's drop the prison time down below. Where's the comments? Comment. Prison time. There it is, prison time. Comment by MAB Investigates, first one. There you go, prison time. My vote is in.
Only the beginning, because once the truth started leaking out of the CIA, President Trump, he didn't stop there. No, he was actually just getting started. He armed Rubio with full authority to go after the money, to go after the bureaucrats, the blockers that are still hiding behind national security excuses. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Trump didn't just tell Rubio to investigate. Nah, he said he gave him full power. Let's just say that. He gave him full power, and within 48 hours of the Oval Office command, Marco Rubio, he announced the creation of a multi-agency strike task force right inside the State Department, jointly coordinating with the CIA, the FBI, and the Treasury Department. Their mission: uncover every cent, every name, every lie connected to the Biden-Ukraine operation.
Just the Biden Ukraine operation? We're not going to hear about Russiagate or the lawfare against Trump or Tish James freaking mortgage fraud or...
Now, I think we all knew something was going on between the Bidens, whether it was Hunter Biden, his dad, the whole family got caught up in this thing. Well, we're about to know all the truth. Now, according to the...
In the mainstream media, you guys, that's the worst offender of them all. And that's why you got these assassination attempts. You got all this violence because the mainstream media keeps pumping and pumping and pumping and pumping and pumping lies. And they're radicalizing their base, what's left of it. Most of them have left the party because the party's gone off the deep end. And I mean, RFK was a Democrat. Tulsi Gabbard was a Democrat. Elon Musk was a Democrat. All these people were on their side. And what they do, they threw it all away because they wanted to push a bunch of crazy shit down our throats.
The insiders, his team has already traced foreign bank transfers routed through Cyprus and London. And they're matching the same time frame that Hunter Biden joined Burisma. Total amounts?
Really?
Well, in the millions. And that's not speculation either. In fact, it's documented wire data that is now confirmed under oath by financial analysis. So here's where it gets real wild. These same wire transfers were flagged in internal compliance officers back in 2016, and somehow
Yeah, they're flagged automatically, but you have to suppress them. The thing about the Epstein files, Marsha, is that the Biden and the Obama regime during that time, they're the ones that handled the Epstein files. And most of it was buried by a judge in New York, I think sealed or something like that. And so all they got left is what they got inherited from them. So I'm sure there's plenty of top officials and famous people that were tied in with that ring. But how are we going to catch them now that they've buried all the information before? And they killed, they took the one living witness out just recently.
For whatever reason, they were ignored by Obama's Treasury Department. Now, these were completely brushed aside. Trump's order forced them right back into light. Now, Rubio's office has even subpoenaed encrypted communications between former NSC staffers that are tied to John Brennan and Susan Rice. These are people who once called Trump a national security threat. Now, these folks are coming out into light. And so now they are the ones that are being investigated for hiding intel that could have changed an entire election. Can y'all drop a election interference down below, right? Now, this isn't a review. This is a reckoning.
What was there, 11 million votes that showed up during the Biden election that were just magically there and they disappeared in this last election? Do you think 11 million people just disappeared? Or do you think something funny went on?
Rubio's team, they're not looking to rewrite history. In fact, they're documenting betrayal, and Washington knows it. Now, most people believe that the myth that, they believe the myth that once you choose a Medicare plan, you're stuck with it forever. And, well, unfortunately, that's what a lot of people believe. In fact, millions of people across America think that, but it's not true. But insurance companies, they want you to think that it is true. This is why I partner with Chapter. They show you that you're
I don't want to
/Ron and came back hard. In fact, senior career bureaucrats inside the State Department tried to block Rubio's requests, claiming classified information and national security exemptions. Translation, they didn't want the American people to see what they did. That's all that was. Trump saw right through that. So he went ahead and signed a supplemental executive order expanding Rubio's authority to bypass classification restrictions. The message was very clear. No more hiding behind paperwork. And all of a sudden, the balance of power shifted.
Obama's going to, yeah, it is.
For the first time in modern
Marsha, you're right. It's so exhausting.
History. The president of the...
I ignore most of it, but I already know what's going on. I've seen it going on for years and years and years and years, years and years and years. And the president we have now is a once in 100-year president, or 200 years, once in a lifetime president that's going to try to get to the bottom of some shit. Is he perfect? Hell no. But is he better than all the rest? Hell yes.
The United States and his Secretary of State were legally empowered to override the gatekeepers of the intelligence world. This has never been done before. Behind closed doors, panic spread like wildfire. Names started circulating, Obama-era officials, mid-level analysts, and political operatives, people who had built careers protecting the Biden narrative. Now, those shields are cracking. Now, President Trump, he called it the moment that the swamp meets sunlight. Rubio called it
the swamp is going to be evaporating.
A test of loyalty to the American people, but either way, you can feel it. The deep state firewall just got breached. So this is where things really start to explode, because what happened next exposed just how deep foreign infiltration ran inside of our government. Folks, this is the spark that lit the fuse. Before the Biden-Ukraine files ever hit daylight, President Trump authorized Marco Rubio to carry out one of the most shocking firings in diplomatic history. Meet Daniel Choi, a senior Foreign Service officer that was stationed under the U.S. State Department, now fired under Executive Order 1421 for concealing a romantic relationship with the daughter of the high-ranking Chinese Communist Party official.
It's just one person out of like a million. They never released the Epstein file.
That's right, guys. Executive 1421.
You pull 18 months on 20 years for cultivating. Now it's free, or I mean, now it's legal. Is it legal in your state or not? They ruined it in California by legalizing it. Now it's not worth shit. Nobody can make any money.
Allowed
the only person people making money now is the government on weed.
This to happen. A CCP link.
I used to make a lot of money back in the day. I quit before it got legalized, but
spy connection inside of our own government. Now, Rubio didn't hesitate. He executed President Trump's order immediately, and the timing couldn't have been any more deliberate. Because while Biden and Obama's former staffers spent years calling Trump soft on China, it's Trump right now in 2025 who's actually purging the CCP out of Washington. Now, the State Department, well, they have already confirmed that this was the first termination of its kind in U.S. history. This is history in the making, guys. And the best part, it wasn't buried. It was made publicly intentional. Okay. So President Trump, he wanted America to see the entire era of the compromise and the corruption was over. In a very brief statement, Marco Rubio, he said it perfectly. He said, if you're taking orders, money, or influence from the Chinese Communist Party, you're done. No.
You're done. You're fired. People don't understand that Trump plays like deep chess, 32 moves ahead of everybody else. He's way, way ahead of everybody, even the people around him. In his mind is 25 to 30 moves ahead of anybody else, even his closest people, even his wife. I mean, this dude thinks like mad things way down the line. And that's how you're supposed to think.
No exceptions, you're done. That firing, it wasn't just about one official. This was sending a message. The swamp was officially on notice. So then came the second order. President Trump told Marco Rubio, we've handled the spies, now follow the money. And so what they found stunned even the intelligence veterans. According to the Treasury's Counterterror Finance Unit, Antifa isn't just a chaotic mob of protesters.
Really? I thought it was just an idea. It's not really a thing, is it? I thought Antifa was just a bunch of babies living in their mama's basement with purple hair and pronouns. And they're just wild wonder. How's it going? Good to see ya. Oh, I got 7. Nobody likes politics.
In fact, it's a foreign-backed network receiving funding from European anarchist groups and
there it is, your foreign terrorist group right there.
Hong Kong-based shell fronts. Yes, you heard that right, guys. Money from overseas funneled through digital wallets, crypto exchanges, and front NGOs. Trump responded immediately with a brand new executive order formally classifying Antifa as an international terrorist organization.
They're done. You're done. No more burning down cities. Y'all's going to jail.
So this move actually gives U.S. intelligence full surveillance and asset
seizure, full intelligence on U.S. soil, signals intelligence. They're done.
Seizure powers. This is something that no administration dared to do in the past. And so Marco Rubio briefed the press, and when he did, he didn't hold back. Antifa isn't a protest group. It's a global insurgency, and we're cutting off its oxygen supply. Ladies and gentlemen, that is why the left is panicking today, because this isn't about ideology. It is about international financing of domestic chaos here. So here's the real kicker. When they started pulling those financial threads, they discovered something that was even more explosive. The same hands shielding Antifa, they were the same people who had buried the Biden-Ukraine intel in 2016. So here's where everything starts to connect. Folks, once Trump and Marco Rubio started tearing back the layers, they found fingerprints that led straight to the Obama White House. Newly leaked memos verified by multiple intelligence insiders show that back in 2015, the Obama National Security Council ordered analysts to soften or delay any report that could complicate domestic priorities and diplomatic priorities. Translation, if it embarrassed Biden, it was buried.
Not good.
if it exposed foreign ties to Antifa. It was redacted.
Not good.
This is what we're talking about, guys. And we're not just talking about minor edits here. We're talking about full reports wiped from circulation, removed from the presidential daily brief, and replaced with politically sanitized versions. President Trump, he called it real collusion. He called it what it is. President Trump's not playing here. A cover-up of corruption inside of our own government to protect Obama's allies while targeting Trump as the fall guy. They wanted to nail Trump against the cross from day one, if you see what I'm saying here. And so now those same files, they're public. The evidence is damning. Obama's team protected Biden's Ukraine cash flow while pretending to fight corruption abroad.
I mean, they made up charges on Trump. You know, I don't even know how they did it, but they took a bunch of mumbo jumbo, tiny little, like clerical errors and shit, made it into some kind of felony.
Conservatives across America, they're saying it loud. This isn't just scandal. This is historic betrayal of the public trust. And so when Marco Rubio briefed the president on this, Trump's response was short and brutal. If they buried the truth once, they'll bury their lies forever.
Right.
You could feel it. This is something massive. You could feel that something massive was coming. The Obama firewall was collapsing. So within just hours of those memos surfacing, the panic hit. CNN, MSNBC, The Washington Post, they all launched emergency coverage calling Trump's declassifications a political stunt. But the real problem was the facts weren't on their side anymore. In fact, Republican senators came out swinging. Press conferences, committee briefings, interviews on Fox, all demanding accountability from the former administration. And inside the agencies, sources say contractors were caught deleting communications before
burn everything, hurry.
Or subpoenas landed. Even Pam Bondi, now one of Trump's senior counsels, went live on camera saying they can't bury the truth anymore. They tried to censor it, they tried to spin it, but the evidence speaks louder than their headlines. Behind closed doors, you could hear the tremor. The same bureaucrats who once called Trump a traitor, they're now lawyered up, terrified of being subpoenaed for the very corruption that they swore didn't even exist. Now, Washington, they haven't been this nervous since Watergate, and this time, it's the so-called untouchables.
Watergate ain't nothing compared to this.
That are shaking. So, just when the swamp thought that the story couldn't get any worse, they try to distract the nation from the only way that they know how, by dragging up old scandals that no longer hold any weight. So, right when the Biden-Ukraine files hit full exposure, what happens? The mainstream media dusts off its favorite smokescreen. Jeffrey Epstein. That's right, guys. Jeffrey Epstein was their secret hatch. So CNN runs wall-to-wall coverage. MSNBC suddenly discovers new testimony. And out of nowhere, they start pushing that old tired Trump connection, that narrative again. You see what I'm saying here? It's almost routine.
Trump didn't have nothing to do with Epstein in that way.
For them now. But here's what they really don't want you to know. The Epstein victim herself already cleared it up months ago. She said it under oath. Trump never touched me. He was introduced to me at a Manhattan event, not Epstein's Island. So he wasn't even involved. And the witness said this. She said it. That's the truth, period. But the corporate media, of course, they can't let that stand. So they went ahead and twist and reframe and recycle stories that have already been debunked because they need a distraction from what's really unfolding inside of Washington right now.
Nobody believes the mainstream media anymore. Thought I would join your page. You and your wife seems like really great people. Well, thank you so much, dear. Lisa MAB or MAB 9829. Sweet. Yeah, I don't usually come.
So don't fall for it, guys. Share this video with someone who needs to understand the truth. Share this with everyone, because even Marco Rubio's committee noticed the timing. Just as the subpoenas started going out to former CIA staffers, the Epstein stories magically resurfaced. Coincidence? I think not. And I know you guys are a lot smarter than that. You're not going to fall for that. This is a playbook, folks. This is a distraction tactic. Drop a distraction down below if you're seeing it too. Because when the narrative's collapsing, change the subject. When the facts don't fit, smear the messenger. That's what they do. But this time it's not working. Americans aren't buying this recycled outrage garbage. Not when Biden's files, the Antifa links, the Obama cover-ups, they're all sitting in the same pile of newly declassified evidence. The storm is already here, and no amount of clickbait headlines are going to stop it now. And so this brings us to the moment October 10th, 2025, President Donald Trump walked up to the podium in the East Room, looks straight into the camera and declares, "America's done being lied to." The crowd goes silent, then erupts. He lays it all out. Every document to be released, every Biden-era communication to be unsealed, every cover-up to be dismantled piece by piece. Trump says this isn't revenge. This is
people are going to be jumping off buildings.
Restoration. The agencies that betrayed public trust will be rebuilt from the ground up. And Marco Rubio, he's got the tip of the spear. And confirming that the first batch of subpoenaed CIA Obama communications is already being reviewed by congressional investigators. The swamp spent 8 years hiding corruption under national security excuses, but now the sunlight's hitting every corner. The intelligence files are open, the names are known, and for the first time in decades, the people, not the bureaucrats, control the truth.
First time ever, except for like maybe when the first country was first started.
Trump ended his address with one final promise. We will clean house from the inside out. The American people will have their country back. And for the first time since 2016, the message was clear. The cover-ups are over, the deep state is cracking, and the era of accountability has begun. So buckle up, America, because when Trump says take them down, he means every last one of them. So if you're as fired up as I am, I want you to share this video right now. Let everyone know the truth is finally breaking through the noise. Like, subscribe, and drop me a comment down below. Do you really believe Trump and Rubio will finish the job?
You better.
Let me know. I want to know where you stand.
I've been waiting for this for a long time. You better. If they don't, I'm going to be pissed. Yeah, Trump, I mean, the dude's already, stopped 7 or 8 wars. You know, peace in the Middle East. And look at all this shit. He's doing way more than his first few months or 9 months, whatever it's been, than most presidents do their whole term. So I hope it keeps going. I don't like everything he does, but it's way better than the ones, little Marco Rubio. It's funny. He's a little Cuban dude, little Marco. And Pam Bondi, when she said something about hate speech, that I didn't like that at all. You shouldn't be censoring anything. I don't care if you like it or not. If you start censoring, the end of that is totalitarianism. We don't need that. We don't need that. If you don't like it, turn to another channel or don't watch it. Simple as that. Pam can't take the heat. I thought she was going to be better than she is. I mean, the whole Epstein, she blew it on the Epstein files, you know, made all these little booklets and shit, and then like paraded them all out. All it was shit that already has been released. I mean, all these women were not trafficked to Jeffrey Epstein alone. They were trafficked to all these well-known politicians and movie stars, what have you. Same thing with Diddy. And Comey's daughter, of course, is the one who handled both of those cases, if I'm not mistaken. And that's why what happened. It's because she was involved. So if she wasn't there, maybe something would have happened good, but not with her. Anywho, I'm sweaty, tired. I think I'm gonna get the hell out of here. I think I'm gonna clean maybe I'll do the gutters on the roof. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll work on the trailer, maybe I won't. I'll just see what I feel like doing. Maybe I won't do anything. I'll just watch YouTube and screw around. Don't do anything. Tomorrow I'm going to get a smog, though. I got to get a smog on my truck before the 20th. It's 14th, so And that truck is like 1982. Okay, so I'll be careful. Yeah, one misstep, you fall off that roof. The roof in the garage, and it's not as bad, but still. Better with somebody. It's better having somebody here when I'm on the roof, you know, so in case I do fall, I can call somebody. I didn't have my phone or anything. I don't tend to take a lot of safety measures. That's probably not a good thing. But I've been lucky. I think I got somebody looking out for me upstairs. Yeah, we do need healthcare and lower prices to go strong. I'm surprised at our healthcare because it's pretty inexpensive. And that's cool because it used to be a lot more. All right, you guys, I'm going to get out of here. Turtle Islands tonight. Everybody vote for the Mabster because they're going to be coming after me. I know it. They're going to be coming after me hard. So I will see you guys later. Yeah, I had vertigo before. And in fact, I was just thinking that when I was on the last part of the roof. I was thinking about when I had vertigo. I said, all I got to do is get dizzy right now, and I'm falling onto the freaking stone patio. So, yeah, I get you, Marsha. Anyway, love y'all, and I will see you tonight on Turtle Island. If you're watching it, go watch it. Go vote for the Mabster. Peace.